Dustin Davis here, and listen, the Lions' offensive line is at a crossroads, and one proven name might change everything fast. Detroit's offensive foundation showed cracks that no amount of skill position talent could hide. The line that was supposed to pave the way instead became a liability, and the organization now faces questions about how quickly it can rebuild what was once a strength. The front office understands that championships are built from the inside out. Free agency and the trade market both offer pathways, but each comes with its own calculation of cost versus immediate impact. Either way, the offensive line cannot remain an afterthought if this roster is going to fulfill the expectations that still linger from last season's collapse. Let's review some important movements. Firstly, can I ask for just leave a like. So many of you watch us daily and forget that thumbs up. It's a humble way to support and helps more than you know. Thanks a lot. The offseason begins with a familiar face from the college ranks who could shore up Detroit's interior immediately. New Orleans possesses more quality across its roster than most observers initially recognized, and Tyler Schaub's unexpected rise at quarterback has given the organization legitimate optimism about its trajectory. Given that New Orleans remains in transition mode, the franchise will likely prioritize accumulating draft assets and maintaining cap flexibility rather than committing heavily to free agency. This reality positions veteran trades as a practical strategy. Exchanging a proven contributor for future selections can fuel a rebuild while creating financial breathing room for internal development and subsequent roster moves. Alex Ballantyne of Bleacher Report recently proposed that New Orleans could explore moving standout offensive lineman Cesar Ruiz to Detroit in an offseason transaction that would advance both franchises toward their respective goals. Ballantyne noted that New Orleans faces its own transition period while navigating significant cap constraints, circumstances that could make a veteran like Ruiz available. Dan Campbell's history with the Saints organization during Ruiz's draft selection from Michigan creates familiarity. Though Ruiz has predominantly played guard in New Orleans after playing center in college, he possesses the versatility to shift between interior positions or give Detroit flexibility as Tate Ratledge, Miles Frazier, or a rookie develops into a long-term solution. Ruiz wouldn't command a massive draft pick package in return, but he would certainly generate meaningful compensation. He's a highly capable offensive lineman with proven ability to excel at either guard or center. Detroit will likely seek offensive line reinforcements following last season's disappointing finish. The roster boasts elite weapons on offense, yet the line struggled beyond expectations. Given these circumstances, Detroit entering the market for exactly this type of acquisition wouldn't be surprising. The Lions could offer a draft selection or two to New Orleans in order to bring Ruiz to Detroit. We've seen this before. Teams on the rise buying certainty up front instead of gambling on development. If Ruiz comes at a modest price, history says interior line upgrades pay off faster than most fans expect. Am I overthinking this, or does this feel obvious to you too? Leave a comment if you would make such a move.
Meanwhile, an even bigger prize may be waiting in free agency, one who's already proven himself among the league's elite centers. Detroit Lions encouraged to pursue $70 million three-time Pro Bowler. One of the primary obstacles for Detroit in the recently concluded season was undeniably the offensive line's performance, which became compromised following Frank Ragnow's retirement combined with Graham Glasgow's inconsistent play. Matters weren't helped by veteran offensive tackle Dan Skipper's recent announcement of his intention to retire. Christian Boer of SI.com believes Detroit should consider fortifying the offensive line by pursuing Baltimore Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum. He failed to reach a new agreement to stay in Baltimore and become available in free agency. For Detroit, the logical option could be to sign Baltimore Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum in free agency if he does not agree to a new contract, Boer explained. Linderbaum has been named to 3 straight Pro Bowls, and at age 26 could be a nice long-term solution. With the Lions' identity being based around the run game, having a player like Linderbaum in the middle would be massive. A Linderbaum signing would ease developmental pressure. Boer expanded his rationale for Detroit pursuing Linderbaum in free agency from Baltimore by explaining how it would relieve developmental pressure on younger players like Tate Ratledge and Christian Mahogany. Linderbaum would also take the pressure off of young players like Tate Ratledge and Christian Mahogany, particularly Ratledge, who played plenty of center during training camp before starting every game at right guard as a rookie, he explained. Obviously, Linderbaum reaching the open market isn't guaranteed, but should he become available, Boer encourages Detroit to move decisively as he'll attract interest from multiple franchises. If Taylor Decker returns in 2026, the Lions would have 3 Pro Bowl selections amidst their starting 5 offensive linemen, he concluded. There is no guarantee that Linderbaum makes it to the free agent market, but if he does, the Lions should waste little time to pounce. Linderbaum, selected 25th overall in the 2022 NFL Draft, has earned 3 Pro Bowl nods throughout his NFL tenure and has appeared in 66 games, starting every one. His next contract has been projected to reach approximately $70 million. Though Detroit has already lost veteran leader Dan Skipper, the organization continues awaiting veteran Taylor Decker's decision on whether he'll join Skipper in retirement. After Detroit's regular season finale last month against former offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and Chicago, Decker suggested that retiring from the NFL was something he was seriously contemplating. "I just want to get away because it's been really challenging for me mentally. Just being in pain all the time and knowing that you have to go out there and play anyway. I'm just not in a good mental state right now. I'm not sleeping well. I just need to get away. And I go out there and I play because I love the game and I love my teammates." I'll be honest, seeing the line wobble after Ragnow was tough to watch. Linderbaum feels like certainty, not hope. If Detroit's serious about winning now, this is the swing. Would you rather spend big here or gamble on development? Good idea? Bad idea? Where do you land? I await your point of view in the comments. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe. Join our community and get exclusive content every day. We always bring you everything happening in Detroit. See you soon.